Every bit of training is beneficial. That's what officers here at the Modesto Police Department tell me, as the law enforcement agency became the first of its kind here in the state of California to become internationally recognized as a certified autism center. And they tell me it all started with one officer's request who was out on an emergency call.
Throughout the call, he felt a little unprepared for the challenges that come along with that.
Going in knowing what to expect is half the battle for those who wear the badge. Communicating with callers on the autism spectrum is an unknown Modesto police officers are facing more and more each day.
With an increasing number of people who fall into the autism spectrum, we're going to contact them more and more frequently, and we need to be able to deal with situations that come up.
Adam Foster and his fellow sworn officers at the Modesto Police Department are now autism certified by the IBCCES, an Institute for Professional Autism and other neurological training.
I feel having that training definitely gives us a better understanding of where a person's coming from.
It makes this whole situation safer.
Safer for the officers and the person in distress.
They'll be able to be more sensitive to other people's sensory issues and hopefully not freak people out or scare them or have them run away from them when they're trying to help them.
Kathy Mendoza tells Fox 40 she works with more autistic people than ever before as the executive director of Society for Disabilities in Stanislaus County. The CDC reports 1 in 36 American kids are diagnosed with autism, up from 1 of every 44 in 2022.
Autism is a wide spectrum, and so you can be on a very high functioning level or on a low functioning or somewhere in between.
Recognizing how responsive a person with autism is and knowing how to approach and what to say are Mendoza's keys to communication.
Always talking quietly and gently and calmly, and then assessing the person in their response to see, are they verbal? Are they nonverbal? How much are they comprehending of what you're saying to them?
Control the environment so that somebody isn't overstimulated, and ask those small, simple questions.
And acknowledging what an autistic person is hypersensitive to is important to keep them engaged and not scare them away.
When we roll up to a call and we have the lights and sirens going, or just even the bright flashing lights, something like that can overstimulate a person who is on the autism spectrum, causing them to react in a way that we wouldn't expect.
Prepared for the unexpected in order to protect everyone in a crisis. And Mendoza tells me the best thing to come out of this training that officers here in Modesto can now utilize is that they can communicate on a cognitive level with those people who have autism. And she tells me those who do have autism will recognize that and feel respected for it. She says that everyone can utilize this sort of training that officers here now have, and she hopes that officers across the state of California and across the country can follow in Modesto's footsteps. Reporting in Modesto, covering local news that matters, I'm Asa Morrow, Fox 40 News.